When you talked about getting back to standard where you were years ago, what do you have in mind? What is the standard?
I think having two people in DTAC division that can handle a certain amount of cases, which we determined to be 60 cases.
Is there a year in the past that you think that the county was on top of things in terms of collection?
Well, I think last year we only had 300 cases that were brought to us, but that was a different kind of year with the situation at Treasurer's office, other things going on. Now the dust has settled. Mr. Zumbar's here, and we sat down with my attorney, who's headed at DTAC, and 60 for each paralegal is what we can do. And
what does DTAC stand for again?
Delinquent Tax Assessment Collection.
Okay. And the $31,000, you're asking the commissioner to give you an additional $31,000 to fund this position through the end of the year?
No, I'm not asking commissioners for anything.
Oh, okay.
They're the ones that Mr. Burnaby asked me how much it would cost to double the collection efforts, and I gave him that figure. And now they want me to do that. And I said fine, but my DTAC fund is fully budgeted at this point. However, with the increase in the collections, we should be able to cover that additional personnel. But as Commissioner Creighton and Commissioner Burnaby committed today, if that DTAC collections fall short, they will fund the balance.
Okay. And is this position going to go beyond the end of this year, or is that the...
This is just for this year, Martin, and again, I will sit down with the commissioners, I guess after when the budgetary process is going on again for next year, because it all depends on what the sales tax does and things like that, if they put a sales tax on. But we're just looking for this year, because if they're going to ask me to cut more people next year, the person will bring them back for juvenile as a low person on the totem pole, and they'll probably have to be let go, and then I'll have to put that person in DTAC back in. So I'll sit down and have that discussion with them another day.
Okay. Has topic come up with any of the commissioners about the letter that they received from Craig Connolly, a local attorney, volunteering his efforts to help in the collection process?
No, they haven't talked to me about that, and Mr. Connolly hasn't talked to me about it.
I'm sorry?
Mr. Connolly hasn't talked to me about it.
Okay, would you be interested in hearing from Mr. Connolly?
Well, he can call me anytime, but the thing is, we have to, again, as Treasurer Zumbar said and his staff, 120 cases is a good figure to go at. The courts, we have to be cognizant of the courts, and after lengthy discussions and meetings, this is the best way we can go. If after a while we see that we might need some help, I will sit down with anybody, and anybody wants to do pro bono work. But most of this is clerical work. That's why we need a paralegal that can do that work, that has the experience and has the time to do it. As I said, 5 days a week, 8 hours a day, that is all those people do. And it's a lot easier for them to do it than the public to offer pro bono work. And from what I was told by Mr. Anthony, Mr. Horowitz, I think did that at one time, and it did not work quite well using attorneys outside.